Subscribe now and press the bell icon. Never miss an update.
Hello, in this video we will discuss the poem Sonnet 23 written by John Milton. First of all, let's have a brief introduction to the poem. Sonnet 23 by John Milton was composed around 1658. It is an example of Petrarchan or Italian sonnet rhymed as abba, abba, cde, cde. The poem can be divided into an octave or 8-line unit rhymed as abba, abba, and a sestet or 6-line unit with rhyme scheme as cde, cde. The poem was written after the death of his second wife, Katherine Woodcock, who died in childbirth. The poem explores the themes of afterlife, loss, and reality. Let us now look at the poem. Methought I saw my late espoused saint brought to me like all sisters from the grave. Here the word methought is an archaic way of saying I thought. Sa means that the speaker either had a dream or a vision of a spirit. Late means deceased or passed away. Espoused means married. Late espoused saint refers to speaker's recently deceased wife whom he considers saint. The speaker compares his wife with Alcestis, who in Greek mythology sacrificed her life to save her husband, Admetus, and is then rescued from death by Hercules, the son of Jove, whom Jove's great son to her glad husband gave, rescued from death by force, though pale and faint. Jove refers to god Jupiter. The phrase rescued from death by force means using powerful intervention to rescue. The phrase though pale and faint refers to weakness. The speaker tells us that he thought he saw his late wife he had lately married, who was virtuous and had saintly manners. The speaker imagines that his wife was brought back to him from grave like Alcestis was brought back to her husband Admetus by Jove's son Hercules. To rescue her from death needed a powerful intervention and was thus brought pale and faint. Now look at the next quatrain. Mine as whom washed from spot of childbirth tent, purification in the old law did save. Now look at the phrase washed from spot of childbirth tent. It means his wife was cleansed from the impurity related to childbirth. Purification means the process of purifying something or someone. The old law here refers to Old Testament law, which says that a woman after childbirth should be ceremonially or ritually purified. And such as yet once more I trust to have full sight of her in heaven without restraint. Restraint means limitation or restriction. Now in these lines, the speaker tells us that his wife appeared to him spotless, as her impurity associated with childbirth had been washed clean in accordance with the old law. The speaker expressed a hopeful expectation that he will once again have the opportunity to reunite with his wife in heaven without any limitations or restrictions. Came vested all in white, pure as her mind, her face was veiled, yet to my fancied sight. Vested means dressed. So the phrase vested all in white means the speaker's wife was entirely dressed in white, which symbolized her purity and innocence. The phrase pure as her mind suggested that her outward appearance was as pure as her thoughts and character. Veiled means covered by a veil. Fancied means imagined. Love, sweetness, goodness in her person shined, so clear as in no face with more delight. Shined means shone, which is the past of shine. Delight means joy. In the speaker's dream, his wife came dressed all in white. The dress was pure as her thoughts. The choice of white as a color symbolized the person's moral and spiritual purity. Her face was veiled, but despite the veil, the qualities of love, sweetness, goodness shone from her so brilliantly that no other face can bring more delight. But oh, as to embrace me she inclined, I waked, she fled, and day brought back my night. Embrace means hug. Inclined means wanting to do something. Fled is the past of flee, which can mean here disappear. However, as soon as the speaker's wife was about to embrace him, he woke up and realized that his vision of her had been only a dream. The dream of his wife abruptly ended and his wife disappeared, and with the arrival of day, his inner night of darkness and grief returned.